This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
All right, and good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone tuning in to INCRadio Silicon Valley, California. I am Sister Kayla Vong, and I am here with our lovely panel. But before we start, we would like to greet everyone.
Happy New Year!
I knew you guys would get it on the first try. We didn't even practice that ball. But anyways, go ahead and introduce yourselves, brethren.
My name is Brother Francis Valencia.
I'm Brother Glean.
Thank you, Brother Glean, and thank you, Brother Francis.
Of course.
So we hope that everyone is so excited for today's first broadcast of the year. It has been a very exciting and very nice start of the year 2025. I know that we have so many brethren in our live chat today, Ka Francis. So maybe we should start off by reading some greetings.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. We got Brother Jordan and DK. Happy New Year to all po. So excited for this first INC radio broadcast for 2025 SVC Fremont. We have also Brother Ramil Cortez. Happy New Year to everyone po. Milpitas SVC. We also have Sister Amy Vong. Greetings and Happy New Year to all. Salinas SVC. Our Brother Alex Onyate. Hello po to everyone. SVC. We also have our Brother Robert Messina. Hello po. Milpitas SVC. Brother Jiro Alcantara Sakayanan. Greetings po. Happy New Year 2025. Viewing from Templo Central. Shout out to my home locale, Salinas SVC. Brother Glenn?
So after that, we also have Sister Yanessa greeting a Happy New Year. Sister Jerica also greeting a Happy New Year to the Gasman and Onyata family as well. Sister Glenda from the district of Silicon Valley also greeting the brethren a Happy New Year. Let's see, Brother Michael also greeting a Happy New Year from the locale of Mountain View. Sister Marianne Hipólito from the locale of Salinas. And we also have Brother Jay Beneria greeting from Union City, everyone a Happy New Year. So we also have Brother John also greeting a Happy New Year from the locale of Monterey. We also have Rachel Onyate greeting a Happy New Year from SVC.
Awesome. And I see that we also have our district minister there in our live chat joining us throughout our broadcast. So hello to Ka Noel and to the whole entire Gasman family. We also have Ate Baby for all the way from the very farthest district of Bay Area, California, joining us in our live chat. So hi, Ate Baby. Greetings to all of you there. So we hope that everyone will continue to leave all of their greetings and all of their comments there in the live chat. And then we will continue to read all of them. Right, Ka Francis?
Yes, of course, Sister Kayla.
Awesome. So as we start in our broadcast, our question to everyone in our live chat is, what is your favorite thing to do when a new year begins? Because I know that this is, everyone likes to think of New Year, new me, right, Ka Francis, Brother?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So when it comes to those types of things, I guess for you guys, let's open it up. What are some things that you kind of put as your number one thing that you do when a new year starts?
Well, for me, Sister Kayla, and for all of those who are tuning in, whenever a new year starts for me, I reevaluate the things that have happened in the past year, whether good or bad, and to make the necessary changes that we have to do for that coming new year. That really helps to truly show how we're able to improve ourselves in everything that we do. I tend to make a list of things that I want to be able to accomplish throughout the year. That usually helps for me as well.
Well, sana all, Ka Francis. That is definitely something that I like to do as well, which is making lists, putting down kind of like itemizing everything. It makes everything, fit in the bigger picture. But how about you, Brother Glenn? What is something that you tend to do every year? Do you eat 12 grapes under the table at the strike of 12? Do you, go to the gym? That's the first thing for some people.
I know Brother Francis also goes to the gym a lot. For me, for New Year's, definitely like like how both of you said, I like to reflect on this past year, especially on the things that may need a lot of improvement on. Like I could have done this portion or school or this portion of my duty better, and I can reflect on and I can do better for this coming year.
Right. I mean, those are some very good tips. I know that we are all on our different sections of our lives. So sometimes hearing that and being refreshed in that sense, like as a student or even, as a working adult, we definitely need to be reminded of the small things, right? So we'll go ahead and start with our discussion. So how can we even start the new year strong? So this is just a general question for all of those listening and tuning in, and for all of us here. We can always think about that. How can we start this year strong? So, Ka Francis, so my question for you is, what are some things you try to keep in order, or how do you keep yourself organized?
Well, Sister Kayla, one of the things that I mentioned earlier is, making that list. And when you make that list for all of the viewers and the ones who are tuning in, this may help you as well, is putting the things that are in top priority, going down the list to less priorities, most important or the less important. And you try to tackle those that are top priority first, so that it's much easier for the ones that are less important, But yeah, that's something that helps organize all of the things that I want to do in the beginning of the year, winding down to, of course, towards the end of the year. So that helps a lot.
Yes, I mean, I totally agree, Ka Francis, especially when you are so overwhelmed with so many thoughts and your reflections. So
Exactly.
I think, making those lists, kind of sectioning down what is the top priority, just like you mentioned, is very vital. So we don't get overwhelmed when we're trying to think, what do I need to change? We don't think about everything because we're only human. So what about you, Brother Glenn? What are some things that you try to keep in order, or how do you keep yourself organized?
I think you and Brother Francis gave really great points, and I kind of wanted to elaborate it further on that. As a part of like my morning routine, after making my bed, I actually have a little notebook. I don't have it with me right now, but it's sort of like I pen down all of the little to-do things I have to do, like what Cal Francis said, from most to least priority. And as well, another tip to stay organized would definitely having a calendar, whether physical or digital, to help you pen down important church activities, important birthdays, assignment due dates, and the like.
Right. And I know that there's something that the church has actually created to help us keep everything in order. So, Ka Francis, what is that item that all of us have access to, or we can download all on INCmedia.org?
That is our creative planner. So that is out, beloved brethren. So if you want to be able to check that out, print it, bind it, however we want to do it, that really helps. Touching up on what Brother Glenn had mentioned, planners are really essential, especially in our duties, right?
Mhm.
And that helps a lot in listing down, like what Brother Glenn said, the activities, what you got to do throughout the day, throughout the week, or even throughout the month.
Mhm.
So looking forward in the other months, you already know what you're going to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then as well, if you guys have seen, there are so many different covers. There's so many different verses to
Yep.
also that are included in the free planner that you can download. So, I mean, you guys can all check it out at incmedia.org for the Creative Christian Planner for 2025. And I know that they also have a version that is for the academic year. So it is also bleeds in from half of the year of 2024 to 2025. So it's not too late to start.
That's right. That's right. Sister Kayla, I actually wanted to
Yes.
chime in a little bit concerning our topic and all of
Yes,
that.
Ka Francis.
We wanted to ask you actually, what are some things, and even those who are here who are tuning in again, what are some of the things that you always do in the start of the new year?
It's funny because I wrote this. So some things that I always do at the start of the new year, it definitely just trying to get myself more motivated so I don't lose that focus. That it is so easy, especially with the weather,
Yeah.
that it's cozier to stay at home. It's nice to stay in bed, especially when you have no work, you have no school, time off. But I think motivating myself by going outside, seeing people, trying to plan little trips,
Yeah.
is something that I definitely try to do every year,
Yeah.
especially in January. So it is very exciting that I'm going to be going actually to the East Coast,
There
where
you
it's going to be
go.
even
Right.
colder.
Yeah.
So, so it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a more fun, and as well as just trying to motivate myself because it is so easy, just like I said, to just sit down and read a book, watch TV, and not really, like take that time off to relax, which we do need.
Yeah, of course.
But I think definitely trying to start the new year, it kind of it sets you up for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That if you would like to be active and moving, right, that you started off that way. So I'm not going to be going to the gym like everyone else, but in small ways, like trying to go take my dog for a walk, or even just trying to plan to go outside to visit my friends and family members. I think it's just being able to move. I think is the key thing
Okay.
for me.
All right. Well, for
Yes.
me,
Where
For
will
me-
you be, Francis?
for me, what I always try to do every start of the new year is actually think about the things in the past year that I haven't done. I think really hard about it. And then there are cases where, oh, wait, I did do that. Okay, how about this? How about that? And try to do things that are new and different that I've never tried to venture in doing yet. That's one of the things that I always try to do every new year. Yeah,
I think for me, just like you said, trying new things.
Yeah.
This is the time where I look at my bookmarked food places,
There
and
you
this
go.
is where I decide when am I going to try this new dessert spot or this new dinner spot with my friends or my family. So just like you, Francis, but a little bit different.
Right?
As for me, I want, like what Sister Kayla said, to stay motivated. And Ka Francis reflecting on the new year, it sort of reminded me of what we do sort of as like a yearly tradition every year. My family and I have a devotional prayer at midnight, so we can reflect on the past year and sort of have that motivation for the new year, sort of putting that trust in God a little bit more in this up and coming year.
That is always really good to have. And I mean, just like we had as a district, we also had our year-end prayer that really combined all of our families together, that it might not have been at midnight, but it was, a reflection for us and a reminder that, we gather together and we stay united and strong as a family. So I know that we also have so many brethren commenting in. So I see something from Ate Michelle. She said, little things that can make a new year feel fresh and new are fresh bed sheets, a clean fridge, and then she said, right, Ate Reina, watered plants, and an empty laundry hamper. So happy New Year. So happy New Year, Ate Michelle. I think those are some really good tips for us. What about you, Francis? Do you see any good tips in there?
Well, I do see a message from our very own district minister, Brother Noel Esquesmen. He's greeting everyone a happy new year to all. There are some other comments here. There's one that says, Brother Del Rosario. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Greeting from Brother Jess and Sister Sally Del Rosario from Fremont. From Sister Michelle Vasquez. It will be our first time this year, but I've opened a gratitude jar.
Oh, wow.
We hope to leave notes of happy memories throughout the year and read them at the end of the year. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I've actually heard of that one before too, but that's good. That's one of the good things too. Sister Edna Delino mentions whatever comes to mind as long as it is fruitful. All right, that one's good too. Brother Glean, do you see any other comments?
I see Brother Romel Jr. reflecting on the past year, ups and downs, setting up reasonable and attainable goals for the new year. Sister Reina says her favorite thing is to do when a new year is to get organized and kind of like a reset. I see greetings from, wow, Bulacan West, all the way from the Philippines. That's very far. Let's see, lots of greetings. Brother Manuel Palad bringing a Bible verse to reminder to always be prayerful and thankful, for this is God's will for us. and lots of greetings from SVC and greetings from Sister Amy from Salinas, from Sister Beth Monterey.
Awesome. So thank you so much, brethren, for giving us even more tips and tricks. So if you have any more that you would like to share, please continue to leave them in our live chat as we continue in our discussion. So this is more for Brother Glenn, right, Francis? So as a student, what are some of the most helpful tips in keeping ourselves accountable or on track to our goals?
The first thing definitely being is prayer, I would definitely say.
Wow. So good.
Two very important people in my life told me that when I approached my higher education, that when you think everything will not work out, God will make a way. So I think incorporating prayer is definitely a good tip for staying motivated in your goals and staying accountable. For the second tip, I'd actually like to say that students now, I would say, definitely have it easier compared to students before, based on how much resources we have now, like limited screen or apps that limit screen times, different sources on teaching you how to study, the internet, right, sister? The amount of knowledge you can learn just from the internet alone, I think makes it a very useful resource, and just finding what works for you to and just find that balance to become a good student this year.
Right. I mean, definitely when as a student, routine is kind of the key, right?
Yes.
Finding that routine and finding that groove when it comes to studying, when it comes to, attending church activities or even studying and all of those things. So definitely just finding, just like we've been saying, is prioritizing what you think is the most important. And that's really up to us, right? Especially as the youth, that we are the ones that are in charge of that decision making. So it's really starting off the new year strong, physically and mentally, right, is the key. So as we move on to our next question, so what are some goals that you have set for yourself this year, Francis?
Some of the goals was already mentioned, to be able to be more physically fit, especially in our case. Because of course we want to be able to help the church administration as long as we can, and that's why it is also being advised of us to take care of our health. Because how can we take care of the church if we don't even take care of ourselves, right? So that's one of my goals, to be able to be more fit, to be able to take care of the church stronger and longer. Yeah.
How about you, Brother Gillian? What are some of the goals that you have set for yourself this year?
For me, I like setting 1 to 2 goals per area of my life. When Francis mentioned his goals about becoming physically fit, it reminded me of my personal goals as well as my physical well-being. This year, I also hope to participate in either a weightlifting meet or a track and field like sporting event, hopefully this year. And it also reminded me for my spiritual goals is hopefully take up another duty this year.
So good. Brother Glenn, you are so good. When we hear things like this, it just makes us feel even happier that we're really taking into account all of the things in our lives, that not only are we thinking about our physical goals, but also our spiritual goals, which can really help push us in this year. So I hope that everybody enjoyed talking all about our goals. We do have to talk all about our past CFO activities. So Kuya Tech, if you can if you can load up the activities that we have prepared. So this past weekend, we actually had a lot of things going on, Francis. So what activities did we have?
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, exactly a week ago, in our district of Silicon Valley, California, we had conducted our very first Booklud formal. Yeah.
Yay!
For all of the Bookloods, yay! So that was a great activity. There were some performances. There were a lot of prizes that were given away. There was good food, and there
the venue was very
venue
nice.
was nice.
Yes.
It was very, very nice. And we want to thank all of the Booklud district for all of the hard work that you were able to put out for our Booklud formal just a week ago. And yeah, you can see the pictures of our activity that we held at our booklet formal.
So it's just so nice seeing all of the bookload members gather there. I think my favorite part was the kids room that we talked about last week. So if you haven't seen last week's broadcast, brethren, you can see us there live at the bookload formal, talking all about the different things going on, and as well as interviewing some of our bookload members. So and it was just such a lovely night to see all of the married couples together, and seeing them strengthen their bonds, even more. So we hope that if there is another booklet formal next year, or not next year, but this year of 2025, that we can see even more of the booklet members all gathered there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see in all of our photos. It's just such a nice feeling to see that,
Sister Jill.
yeah, and Auntie Jill's there. She was at the broadcast and on stage.
Yeah.
So it was just so nice. And then we see, and our lovely head deacon from Salinas, Ka Robert, and his wife, Ka Josie. They actually just celebrated their 55th anniversary.
Oh,
of
wow.
marriage, yeah.
Congratulations.
So we hope that this year that we can see even more brethren joining in on even more activities that we have planned for 2025. Awesome. So I know that we had a few other activities, Ka Francis. So what activities did we have?
Throughout our district, we also held, Sister Kayla, various year-end celebrations in the various local congregations. They were gathered together. They were celebrating the coming new year, the end of last year, and you can see the pictures of the various local congregations. They had a lot of fun.
Oh, look, there's Brother Glean.
And seeing these pictures, Sister Kayla, I wish I was there at all of those year-end celebrations.
I mean, it's always so much fun when we have, these themed celebrations as well. So
Of course.
in Salinas, we had our Western theme. So for some reason, I saw a lot of other local congregations also participated in a Western theme. So I guess that was the trend this year. But you can see that the brethren are just so excited, and, seeing them all dressed up in their cowboy hats was just, such a nice feeling. Just having fun, and then winning sardines as prizes, sometimes. And then we can see here the local congregation of Gilroy. What was your theme again?
It was Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, we can see in all the costumes that, it's very cute. I love it. Yeah.
They all seem like they're having fun.
And then we have South San Jose with their year-end celebration. So we hope that everybody enjoyed, and as well as San Jose with their big year-end celebration. So again, this is at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So for all of the brethren tuning in and listening, if you would like to participate, just look forward that in December.
Yeah, December.
Yes.
12 more months.
So it's a countdown to our year-end celebration. And then some upcoming activities. So what do we have upcoming, Brother Glean?
Some upcoming activities we have is the officers special gathering, the Kadiwa formal in February. So Kadiwas, look out for that. And also our SCAN special gathering.
Yes. So, I mean, we have so many, activities lined up for our district of Silicon Valley. And it's just such a nice feeling, to see all of our brethren, to see us all united in this. And, as our first broadcast of the year, we would just really like to showcase all of those things, right? So when it comes to these types of activities, brethren, we hope that you can always continue to unite with all of them and be present in all of our activities so we can enjoy our time together. So, Ka Francis and Brother Glean, what are some of the ways that we can tune in to see even more church activities and news that are there?
Well, of course, Sister Kayla, like what we're doing right now, we have our YouTube INCRadio DZEM 954. Share the link, and we can also subscribe. Our social media accounts, right? Iglesia ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook. Our Instagram at INC News and Updates. Our Twitter, INC News_updates.
Awesome. And I know that our Christian Family Organization account actually has been posting lots of our CFO activities. So
yeah,
if you would like to see even more activities, brethren, what is going on all around the world, feel free to look at that on Facebook and Instagram, which is our Christian family organization.
Yeah.
Awesome. So before we end our broadcast, this one actually flew by really, really
It
fast.
did. I mean, we like we like the topic.
Yeah, obviously.
We're starting the new year strong.
Yes.
Right.
So before we wrap it up, Ka Francis and Brother Gleon, do we have some comments that we would like to read before
Yeah.
we give our own greetings?
Of course, of course. From Brother Ronnie Anisete, he says, "Hello and Happy New Year to all. Greetings from the Dominican Republic."
Oh, wow.
Wow. And we also have the ones here. Sister Reina Manuel also mentions, "One of my personal goals is to bear and at least one fruit every year. Currently praying to enlist a new Bible student this year." There we go. And we also have Brother, what's this?
I saw we also have Ka Christian Co.
Yeah, Brother Christian Co.
In our live chat. So hi, Ka Christian. We hope you are doing
Brother
well.
Christian. We also have Sister Portia Almasan po. We had fun po in Booklud night and year-end celebration po. We also have Sister Marianne Hipolito. Yeah, nice job everyone and continue to pray always. Brother Mark Anthony Manuel, hello Ka Amy Mayari. We miss you guys over there, San Jose. Brother Glenn?
I see the fifth message from my mom. So shout out my mom. Let's see. I see a yeehaw from Brother Jiro. I see a cool theme from Sister Pia Jade. Let's see. Lots of brethren communicating with each other. So it's very beautiful to see that. Let's see. Brother Walton Flores says, "I'm inspired to be booked now." I like that quote. Let's see.
I also saw that Sister Pia Ramillo said balance, motivation, and relying on God is very important. So just like we have been saying throughout this whole entire broadcast, brethren, that it is, up to us to make that choice to start the new year strong. So this could be strong physically and strong mentally. So it is up to us to, to spiritually be strong and to help our families and our loved ones and even our friends to continue on in their duties and as well as our own. So Ka Francis and Brother Gleon, do you guys have any shout outs that you would like to give before we wrap up?
Yeah, actually I do. First of all, I want to say hello po to our district minister, Brother Noel S. Gasmen, as well as our assistant district minister, Brother Alex Onyate, and to all of the district staff in our district of Silicon Valley, California. Want to reach out also to the local of Gilroy, of course, my family, my parents, my siblings. We also want to shout out to those who are viewing from Singapore, from Indang, Cavite, from Bangsar, Malaysia, everyone who's tuning in, if you are tuning in. So, of course, we want to say hi to everyone. Brother Glenn?
I wanted to give shout outs to everyone here. Thank you for the wonderful time. Shout out to my family that tuned in. Shout out to the locale of Salinas for the memories, and especially for this past year for helping me grow stronger in faith and as an individual.
Awesome. So thank you so much for joining us today, brothers.
You're welcome.
And we just would like to really say a very big thank you to our INC Radio family, so especially to our Kuya Tech that showed all of our materials, as well as our brother Manley Andaya and our station manager, Brother Wali Tare. So we also would like to thank our church administration, our CEBSI CEO and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, as well as our executive minister for allowing us to have these types of platforms to not only broadcast, but also edify the brethren and all of our loved ones. So that is to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. So we hope that you enjoy this broadcast, brethren, and we hope that you stay safe and have a happy new year. So have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next Friday.
Good
So,
night.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.